Nicola Sturgeon has fully lost control of her government, her leadership, and her own party as senior figures of the SNP are preparing to remove her from office. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel that challenges the mainstream media and the political establishment, from the left-wing nutters to the globalist elite. We have a number of news updates for you guys throughout the evening, every half an hour. Let's start the show by talking about what's going on in Scotland and Nicola Sturgeon. There's a couple of actually news stories I'm going to react to today when it comes to Nicola Sturgeon. I don't know why, but this channel is accidentally and unintentionally become too focused on the SNP and Nicola's leadership. Every day we talk about her. So let's talk about what's going on with her approval ratings, her, lack of unity when it comes to her party, and of course, the policy program of her own government. The whole thing's all over the place. We already know that, and we've been talking about this for the past few weeks, saying that, it seems to be that this is the final countdown, the final days or weeks of Nicola Sturgeon's leadership, and the upcoming local election that's going to be mostly about the rest of the UK will be a good indication when it comes to the Labour Party that could relate to the Scottish Labour Party, who are actually doing okay in Scotland against Nicola Sturgeon. The Scottish Tories are, as usual, completely invisible. But having said that, we are now in a situation where the senior figures of the SNP are preparing to start their own coup against her. But they're clearly still not brave enough to put their own names behind it, because they are doing a classic British politics thing, which is just brief the papers and the media, anonymous sources, and all that nonsense that usually the Tory government does. So, as this is one of them. When you look at the Times or the Telegraph, there are stories like this. That one senior nationalist or the SNP figure would say, "We can't go on like this. The past fortnight has been terrible." Another one said that the skids are definitely under her now. And there's so many other arguments when it comes to certain close allies, former close allies, saying that when I suggested that Sturgeon was no longer proving to be an able and effective leader, then of course this is why they are briefing the papers. But again, what is the point of doing this? If you are serious about replacing her, if you are serious about saving your own party or your own Scottish government, then do something about it. This is just complete cowardice. And it might actually help her argument. If you don't completely manage to bring her down, then you might actually give her an opportunity to stay longer than even before. But it is unlikely for her to stay in power for that long. When you look at the situation, you see all the approval ratings that we've been talking about recently, and not just her government, but also herself as a leader of the SNP. That's not really looking too good. There are all these news articles that's coming out now over the last few days saying the time is running out for Nicola Sturgeon, which is quite fascinating. It's not just right-wing papers that do this, and even the BBC and Sky are doing their own reports or analysis for the first time, actually mentioning that this could be the end of Nicola Sturgeon. People like Nicola Sturgeon, similar to Jacinda Ardern or Sadiq Khan, they have not really been under proper scrutiny by the mainstream media or the press. And until now, they were the favourites. They could do no harm, no wrong, absolutely nothing, especially during the days of lockdowns. There was no accountability when it came to these figures. But now the domino effect has officially started. Ardern has gone down. Justin Trudeau is going down. Sadiq Khan is finally getting some opposition. But we'll see what happens with Nicola Sturgeon. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.